This is a message for venture capitalists that are over 40, 50 years old. And I'm going to start off, and I know this pains me to say this, but business schools are wrong. Why does it pain me to say this? I'm a professor of business, and I've studied this stuff for so long, and I realize it is just wrong in terms of what we teach and as well as how we go about of doing things. And I think people that are, venture capitalists that are over 40 or 50 years old, they know this, but at the same time, I want to reinforce that what you know is probably the good thing. And that is that you don't need to have a mission or a value proposition or be razor sharp with what you're actually doing. And the reason is that most of the time we don't even know what we're actually doing. And we don't even understand how the world actually works. And I know that that is a hard thing to say, but even the tools that we have as business researchers, I study this stuff as social scientists. I would consider myself more of a social scientist. And the tools that we have are very, very imperfect. And there's a lot of change that's going on because of these imperfect tools. But it's coming to terms with we don't understand the world that well. And as I've been building this reciprocity project, this platform where I want to create non-rejectable research paper, non-rejectable intellectual property. Anybody can do that. And I have learned a ton because of doing it. And what I've learned is that we're wrong. Business professors are just absolutely wrong. And it's because I have gone up and got up every day and did videos, thousands and thousands of videos to try to capture this. And I tried to follow SEO, all of the standard stuff that everybody says, but it's wrong. It doesn't work. And what people want, this is exactly what people want, this is exactly what people need, is they're trying to build a community. People want community, and why things happen is because of community, and everybody collectively sees that there is a problem. So for me, I collectively see that, man, you just go and you just search how do PhDs feel, or how do researchers feel, or look at any PhD student meme, and you will see it's extraordinarily negative. So I know that there's something there. But, I couldn't figure that out. That's not how I approached the problem, because I was approaching the problem coming head on. That this is the way I knew what I was supposed to do, and I just had to do SEO, or I just need to be razor sharp with what I'm doing. Now, it took me many, 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 many years of grappling and figuring things out and not knowing what the hell I was doing and being embarrassed and being silly, all those kind of things. And I still don't know what the world is all about, and I still don't know what's going on. But here's what I know is I need to embrace the ugly. And I think that this is a good message to tell any of the portfolio firms that you're talking to, is to shed all of those preconceived notions that you know what you're doing and embrace the ugly. And the ugly feels awful. It sometimes makes people very upset in a lot of different ways. And it often triggers people to behave in a certain way. And when that happens, when there's that emotional ugly response, then you got to figure out, well, how do I tackle this? What is it? What is the right combination of ugly so people understand what you're talking about, but at the same time have optimism? And this balance is hard to figure out. It's extraordinarily hard to figure out. And I continue to struggle with this every day, and I'll never know what the right answer actually is. And I think that's where you need to be. And the people that are doing this right, the venture capitalists, the finance people that are doing this right, they understand this. They have a lot of experience. And what they'll tell you is it's more about coaching. It's more about personal therapy than anything else. Man, is it ever a lot of therapy where you're just going through and you're thinking through and being helpful and guiding because you've been there. You understand what it's like. You've seen this story many times before. And I think you only understand this ugliness, the embracing the ugly, once you've gone through it and you've tried it and you realize it was far different than what you'd ever thought. And that community emerges from someplace you'd never even know would happen. And I think you just have to simply take those steps. And that's where you need to change the conversation, and that you just get out and you try and you step and you pursue. And it's not about knowing what is right, what was somebody told you to do. It's not about the value prop. You know, it's not about the mission or any of that stuff that is told in business schools. It's about getting out there, being ugly as all get out, being nervous, and just do one step at a time, and knowing that you are not the right person, but who the hell actually is. And I think that's the message that you want to actually come across. It's like this right now. If you're listening to this already, who the hell do I think I am that I'm actually going to talk to venture capitalists that know the hell, they know what they're talking about. They know far better than I do. But how else do I do this? I've got kids at home. I live in a little community that's far away from anything. How do I get people to listen? I have to embrace the ugly. And the only way I know how to do this is try every day, figure out something, and keep pursuing. And man, is it ugly. Man, do I ever not know what I'm doing. But I'm going to get up and I'm going to make this thing happen. And I know I'm not the right person, but who the hell actually is? All right, take care and have a wonderful day.